welcome back on Ami's episodes. And today I have something special for you. I have a special guest. She's a friend, she's a little sister, I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but I'm gonna let her introduce herself and we'll go straight to the video.
Hi guys, my name is Najingo Shamy. Do I have to say anything else?
Oh, I don't think so.
Thank you.
Anyway, so guys, on today's episode, we bring you something different, something I would say something edutainment, entertaining and education at the same time. But before we get into the video, please do not forget NMN Tours and Travels is always here for you to ease your traveling issues. Do you need a passport? Do you need a visa? Do you need a flight ticket to wherever it is that you want to go? We bring you to your desired destination. So back to the video. Um, like I told you guys, it's going to be quite different. I met Shamim in, was it 2019 or 2020? Yeah, last year, last year in March, and ever since then we've been. I just don't know how to say it because honestly, she's someone special. That's all I can say. So you came in March, right? That was the beginning of COVID. It was at the beginning, at the tip of when COVID started.
I came today
and then the airport was closed the following day.
Yes.
When did you start working? Like
in May,
May.
During the end of May.
During the end of May. So
Yes.
guys, like I told you, this is quite different. I just wanted to talk about her journey, how it's been, what she's been up to, like what has she been doing ever since she stepped foot in UAE. Well, Shamim is a maid. I know y'all can't believe that she's a maid, but she is a nanny and she works in Abu Dhabi. So I just want to ask you something. Like that was your very first try, right? Like I remember, if I recall well, that was the first time you went on a job trial, right?
Yes.
And like you didn't come back. You just decided to start right away. And if if I know the people you have in UAE, you had all the connections. Like you could have done something different. You could have been a waitress or something different.
Yes.
Why did you choose to be a maid?
Well, it is very difficult to say, to explain specifically, because it is a lot of reasons that make up the decision you usually end up with.
Exactly.
At first, I really thought about having other jobs at first, but then it is not my thing. Specifically, I love being alone, and
Really?
yes, because when I'm alone, I enjoy my time alone. Yes, I get to meet people outside. Even the people I work with, I'm meeting them and I'm working for them. But that time that I'm alone gives me time to appreciate the life that, yes, people have time to be living all the life they live with
I
others.
know.
But what about when I'm alone? What can I do when I'm cornered into being alone and myself? I get to
So
appreciate me better.
basically, you just didn't want to stay in, should I say, a bed space. Like it doesn't give you enough time to be on your own and do
Yes.
stuff on your own. So you literally decided to go in for a maid job
Yes.
just because you could get some alone time.
Not specifically that, but at least that is one of the main reasons.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's been a year and a half, right? And this is like the proper day of you.
Yeah.
Like it's your first proper day off.
Yes, the rest
How
have been
haven't
just
you gone
happening.
crazy? Like how have you been in Abu Dhabi for all this long?
Uh,
You know how people like I don't know, but people have a different perspective when it comes to being nannies and maids. Can you try clear that out? Like can you talk about just a little bit so that everyone out there gets to know that being a
Okay.
nanny or being a maid is not the end of the world? Because I mean, here she is. She looks happy and she's
I am
okay.
truly, I am happy.
And she is like appreciative of the life that she's been living, regardless of whatever it is that she does. I know some of you
Yes.
look at the job as, should I say, an abomination? You know, people out there don't take maids as
I know, and I'm going to say this, but this is not the first time I'm working as a nanny.
I know that.
I've been working
And
as
that's why I
one
was
for
so
years,
worried. Like I was wondering why though. Like,
and I really never wanted to become a nanny after the other jobs that I did.
yeah.
When I came to UAE, my main job was to never be a nanny. Any other
Again,
job,
yeah.
yes,
But not a
that.
nanny.
But then, when I lived in the bed space, I got to appreciate the life that I had
You had
led
before.
in the houses that I've been working
Yeah.
in. Because there, you get some time alone. Maybe not even just time, but we are different, guys. We are really different.
We're different
And
environments,
yes,
different.
I love people. I love being with people, but not all the time. Yes, I'm going to be honest. There is something that I want to be just taking along.
Mm.
And even though everyone else is out there and saying being a maid is something that I cannot even tell people,
I
well,
know.
I've been telling people that I'm a maid.
And
I was
you
a
were a
maid
maid before you became a maid
at
in
the
Dubai.
age of 18.
Wow.
I got
Okay, this is a bummer. Like seriously, I hope
Yes.
everyone out there who gets to watch this video, you get to learn something. She started, or she literally started being a maid at the age of 18.
yeah, my 19th birthday was 3 months into working as a maid.
Wow.
Yes, but I've got to experience. I've got to meet people that are really good people, and I should say that thank God. And then I've met literally bad people that I never want to ever work for, and I ran away from that
I
house.
know.
And then I've met people that are just, and I'm like, okay, we just have to go with that. And I'm going to tell you the same thing. If you really want to do something, don't want it perfect.
Exactly.
Even sisters go out of control.
I know.
And they quarrel. And what about
do,
you?
We
and
do
your
all
boss?
the time. I
Yes.
live with my sister, and
You just
she's the
have
worst person to live with.
Oh
But
my God.
I live with her anyway, so
Yes.
I know what
Okay,
she's
so
talking
you
about.
just have to get your rules there. That I want my privacy, one, or maybe I want my salary. I want my food. I want my sleep. Get those 4 things. The rest, just be patient.
Exactly.
And at the first time, you're going to be very stressed up. People won't understand you, especially if you have a personality like mine. People just don't like you at the first sight. And then with time, they get to understand you, and you get along. I think that is what is better.
Well, honestly, if I was a maid once, I'm not. I'm not afraid to tell the world that
Yes.
I was once a maid. Like I was saying, I was once a maid, and I'm not afraid to tell the world that I've ever worked as a maid. And I know as much as people hate seeing, or talking about it.
I don't think they hate it.
No,
There
they
was a
do.
Chivaswaza or Chogera.
It's the same thing. I mean, if then that means you don't even want to talk about it
You
like
don't
ever.
hate it, you're just insecure that is your job.
Why would someone be insecure about something that earns me
Because-
money though? I mean, as long as I earn money, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what
Well, that is your
perspective. As long as I earn. And at the end of the day, not with general color, right?
Indeed.
So if I find a job that gets me the money that I came to get, then why would I feel ashamed of?
Banange ndowooza muwulidde kasita obeera ng'olina sente z'oteeka mu nsawo, that is what
That's what
matters.
matters.
Don't let
exactly.
the world drive you into saying you're a teacher when you're a maid.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like I told you guys, just like I explained to you in the first place, she is really a special person because with her intelligence in her age, those two don't match at all. Honestly.
Oh my God.
No, I know. She is really so young for her, like for the words that come out of her.
I think that is a
Her
compliment.
thinking capacity, everything that she talks about is, I don't know, I won't say business minded, but you're just special, honestly.
She's just
A
adorable.
handshake.
I know. So let's get back to the fact that
Yes.
you have been working in that house for a year and a half now.
Yes.
And this is like your proper day off. How have you been coping up? I know like some of the people abamu ku mikwano gyange that I've been living with, people complain a lot, just if na day off, or if na budde buwumula and all that stuff. How have you been coping up for this all year?
I'm going to tell you something. Like I told you, this is not my first time working.
Yeah.
But they called me maid before. And the first job I did was in Oman. I never had a day off in 2 years.
Because
Ostegera.
it's Oman is not like Dubai.
Yes.
Temuri baba, Tubanji bogenda genda kulaba,
Yes.
stuff like that.
And me comparing myself to the 18-year-old self, me, who never had a day off in 2 years,
Yeah.
I'm just so grateful that I can
I
get
know.
one. That I can get maybe even 2 hours off. Then I'm saying for a day. Pagamanti or Hodina Akatini.
Exactly. So
Yes. So
the
I'm just looking at
18-year-old
that.
you who worked for 2 years straight without,
That-
and this you right now who
Right
gets
now,
like
who
the
gets
2
their
hours
off.
off
I'm
and gets to rest.
I'm just so grateful that I'm doing what I do right now, and I'm getting first of all the salary that I
I
get,
know.
and then oh my God, the peace that I have compared to the one that I had before.
Having-
Yes,
Guys, be
It's
reminded
handsome.
she's a nanny, and she is talking about the
and I
peace.
have 3 kids.
The peace she gets in the house where she gets to take care of 3 kids.
and teaching them.
I mean, yeah, and you can talk about peace. I mean, what is wrong with us? Like, I don't understand. Abantu abamu tuba twagala ki? Like, seriously. Because someone oli ayinza okugamba nze wakandiwo n'omwana omu n'embwa, and they get to complain like a lot. But you're talking about 3 kids.
nze ngamba ekisinga obukulu kumanya wajova,
Exactly.
kumanya kikyoyagala,
That's
kumanya what can you sacrifice for
I
what
know.
you want. And me, I'm ready to sacrifice my peace of mind for a time, and then later on
To
I'll
have a
enjoy
future
it.
that's set.
Yes,
Exactly.
I think
So
that is it.
put that in mind. You're only here for a limited time, and the moment you're done here, you're gonna have, I mean, you have the rest of your life. So you need to set for the rest of the life. You need to set now
Just
for the
now,
life later,
how
right?
much time can you have as a maid, or maybe as a nanny, as you call it? And then, if you really don't like this job and you're doing it, then do it knowing in mind that I should do it well. Then, when I'm done, I get a recommendation.
Exactly.
Because these guys are
yeah,
not-
that's
Okay, yes, I know some people are very mean and they don't want you to go anywhere without them, without working for them.
yeah.
But some people are good, they can give you a recommendation. Or
I mean,
maybe
as long as you're being good to them, I think they're
Yes.
gonna be good to you in
yes,
return.
sometimes not.
Yeah.
Some people
Really?
yes.
I mean, how? Why would someone not recommend me? Like, if we're the myaka jebide contract,
Yes.
injikoze malako, I'm a good person. I take care of
Yes.
your kids. I take care of your home. I give you everything like I'm supposed to.
Yes.
Lwaki oba tuwonta mirembe?
Because
Like,
you are too good and I'm so selfish. I want you for myself.
that's crazy.
Yes.
Like,
It happens, but people are meant to be greedy.
yeah, I
Anyone
know.
is greedy, and some people just take that so
We
far.
all are greedy, but at a certain extent. I mean,
Yes.
I just don't understand. But
It happens, guys.
like, but guys, like you've had everything that she said. Please,
Yes.
bobo manyi wajakola. You don't have to be ashamed of anything. Being a maid, ate simaina kumanya lwaki. Can we talk about the things that byolowooza okugenda mu nnyumba okola? Like, what have you been bikutaasiza muki? Chicho izo gamanti. If I had stayed out, like singa nali nfunye mulimu gwa waitress,
Yes.
I go to work, come back to the bed space and stuff like that. Goloza chi okubeera mu kiyumba
I'm
kikikutaasiza.
spending a lot of money doing transport,
Yeah.
doing the many things that I see outside because I'm seeing a bag and I want it. I see these pants and I want them. I'm putting on clothes every day. I'm changing, and no, that is not what I do in the house. In the house, I'm seated. I'm at home. I'm not like sambala yambalango yenyinji. Yes. And then niwe mba ndabye ekintu ebiseera ebisinga ngamba waye mukama wange anakyengulira oba nedda niwe mba nkyagala nakyengulira. It's her money.
Exactly. So
And
towanya obudde
I'm not
bintu
so
kuba
spending
tofuluma
so
fuluma.
much,
I
yes.
know.
And I have a lot of me time. Yes, I'm working lots of hours. Naye wanfuna obudde nga ndi nzeka. I use this time like so well because I'm alone. I have nothing else to do except be
know.
productive with the little time that I have.
Exactly. I mean,
Yes.
who wouldn't give in for that? Like, bed space to someone like you.
No.
The only time you're alone in the room is, let's say, when people are like, that is the only time you're alone, and you can't even do anything you want because and you always be like, so
Yes.
by the way, honestly, I would give anything to have that alone time because personally, I'm also this kind of person who loves to stretch and do this and do that. And being in a bed space, you can't do that.
And I have to exercise like every day. I want to pray, sometimes longer prayers. Sometimes I want to read Quran, and then in the bed space it's
you
very,
cannot
very,
do that because
difficult.
it's so crowded. Everyone is listening to music, or someone is watching a movie. The others are, you know, talking
Everyone
loudly.
is busy
So
with their life.
I know.
And when you're alone, it's just you and your time.
Yeah. I just really hope everyone out there who is like, I don't know, like anyone
just
out there,
get open-minded about this thing.
Exactly.
Yes, I know it's bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I've had experiences with
if you find the
bad
wrong
bosses,
people, if you fall
but
in the wrong people, it's
I
gonna
want
be
to
a
tell
bad
you, by the way, one thing.
experience.
When you find a bad boss, run away right away. I'm serious. When you find a bad
boss,
maybe I should say this in Uganda. Wafuna boss nga mubi.
tolinda visa
ayagala kukuba, ayagala kumanyira. Kale baba n'obuzazaza obw'ekisiru. Duka nze naddukako mu kiyumba nga ne mu office so agendayo ne nziruka paka Uganda. Ne mbalimba nti mama nga afudde. I made up stories and I went home. But be intelligent woba odduka.
Yeah, it happened to me as well. So this Chiyumba thing, I was also once a maid.
Yes.
I was a maid for 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah. I worked for 4 months.
It was 2 years.
No, it wasn't. I worked for 4 months, and my bosses were they were the worst. So I had to come up with a story because I was far down in a lane, and it's like the hardest to get to it, to come out of. It was really hard, so I had to come up with a story. And luckily enough, nebanzize Uganda mbitibwa ate mirembe.
That is what
but that little experience like I cannot stay and I'm like I was a maid. It might have lasted for only 4 months, but I was still a maid. So I'm proud of where I came from, and I just really hope and wish nti omuntu woba ofunye abantu abalungi, like ekiyumba nga kirungi, bakama abo nga balungi. First of all, you need to be good, because for anyone to treat you good, you have to be good to them. Manya ki ekikulesa okola, bw'oba ze kola to
ate tokola nnyo. These people are, yes, some people are good, but the more you work harder, the more these guys think that you're a machine. Yes. Look at that something. If it is too dirty, please wash it. If it is not too dirty, please wait for her to tell you to wash it.
Bintu bitategeerekeka kozi buli weweetume ennyo ate bo bajja lowooza onaakola buli kimu.
That is what I do best.
So to close off the video, I just want you to give like a piece of advice to the young girls out there, the 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4 something year olds, abalowooza nti omuntu yenna okola mu kiyumba kibanga ekivve. Because I'm not going to say how much she earns, but I know and I'm sure afuna sente nyingi ezisinga n'abantu abamu abakola obwa waitress, abakola obwa sales, abali mu bed spaces nga gwe kyofa kusula wabweru. Ng'ate ono omuntu ali munda goba buli kimu okubeera ddala ku mmere gy'alya bizigo buli kimu, sente afuna na nyingi okusinga ezizo. So I just want you to give a piece of advice eri abawala abo abalowooza nti omuntu bw'avaayo n'agamba nze ndi nani kibanga. Like there is a way people underlook people abakolanga ba maids. So
first of all, ekisoka kyabyo nabanange nze okuva ewaka nga nina emyaka 18 nanga mambuno kanzija nkole. I was invited on a party and I had nothing to wear. A purple party and I had no purple dress. And I was like, oh my God, do I buy the purple dress now? Oh, I pay this money and I go out. My decision was kanzija nkole. Well, that was not the only thing that happened to me.
Hold on a minute. Yeah. So you made a decision between okugula ekiteeteeyi Wow.
Well, anyway, a lot of.
I know.
Maybe another day we can talk about that. But well, now olina ekintu kyo ekitinenya ekyo ekyakujja Uganda nojja waneno. Maybe it was your sister who was sick. You have a child.
Exactly.
Or maybe you're the man. Yes. Lots of things. Ebitujja Uganda nogamba Uganda eganya. Let's just do the cheyo. And the first job you get, because most of the jobs here you're going to need experience, except for the nanny. and maybe not for the nanny, for just the maid. When you're a nanny, you will need even experience,
more experience.
Yes. So kakati wobaze ngo bwa maid bwofunye sente zinasookerako okufuna mutayi wange obanga zofunye that time togamba mbw ate banange Shamy mwafuna obukadde 10 nange njagala obukadde 10 nedda. For now, just go for that little money. Compare yourself for the person in Uganda.
Gye wava tewakatandika okuba ng'ofunye sente ezo.
Wabango yambidwa. Some people are so lucky. She comes here at her first try. She gets a teacher's job that is earning her 5M. And you're just lucky. That is you. Naye wabanga toli that much lucky nga you're just a go out some person like I. You have to start from those little jobs.
Naye n'ekyokufuna omulimu mubeera lucky because I've also seen people naye teekamu sente. They come to Dubai with a visa and a ticket and all that as a sudda akatanda for 3 good months. Emirimu negibula. Nakwate kubona ddeeka. So n'okufuna ekitono, you would still be lucky. Kuba mulimu abatakifuna. Nate bw'oba okifunye, use the opportunity. Genda okole. I mean, tekirina kye kikuggyako. As long as you earn money. We are way better than people at home abatalina. And I'm sure you know that.
In fact, even abalina in Uganda, they are not getting the money you're getting
Exactly.
Here. Imagine getting a house. Like everything is paid for, and then you're getting a salary of an M+. This is what people in the offices are not getting.
Back home. Exactly. Afuna akakadde kamu Uganda, ayina osasula enju, ayina okukwererako abaana school fees. Ofuna akakadde kamu buli kimu bakikuwa. Ne shampo g'oyozesa enviiri zo bamukuwa. Like, why wouldn't you sit your ass down n'okole? Honestly.
Anyway, if you get a job, please call her. This is 2 years. These days it is even civilized. 2 years with an off, 2 years with going back home in 1 year. You guys are even lucky.
I know.
We didn't have that when we were young.
You had to go for 2 years without a vacation.
Kati wobanga okifunye mukwano, those people abakugamba mbu you're working as a maid and they don't love that job. Those people are not going to pay your bills.
Exactly.
They're not going to be there when your mom is sick and you have literally zero money in your pocket. Gwekirowooze nga abantu bonna bonna bakutunuulidde nga gwalina okukola ebyetaagisa nga tulina sente zonna.
Because onyoma emirimu oyagala kola nga maid and stuff like that. Exactly. So guys, I really hope mwina kye mufunyeemu in today's episode. Honestly, I was so excited to do this with her because nabadde njagala annyonnyole nze ng'omu mbadde nkimanyi, but I wanted her story to be.
Time hasn't been enough.
I know. I wanted her story to be out there for you guys. Whoever gets to watch the video, I really hope obaako ky'ojjamu eno video, obaako ky'ofunamu ekitonotono. Before we close off the video, guys, do not forget Element Tours and Travels for all your traveling issues is here to ease that for you. Peace out.
Extension.